Creative Katana V2, soundbar, subwoofer for TV use or gaming. Top of the box is the actual bar, I'm guessing. The plastic film off. That's the bar. You can see we've got those upward firing speakers. Speakers at the front and the side as well. We'll get a close-up of that in a moment, and the connections as well to follow. Instruction book. A box filling the gap, but also with leads and remote control. Remote control and power leads, etc. Wall mount brackets. A wall mount bracket, must be another one. Oh, that's the other one. With a DC power pack there. The rest of the cardboard's just filling the gap. And that is the subwoofer. Ooh. Passive subwoofer that's wired to the soundbar. Pretty cool. Rubber feet underneath. I'll get some dimensions of this to follow. But rubber feet there so it doesn't slip or scratch your surfaces. Base port there. And maybe a 4 or 5 inch subwoofer. I can just see through that cloth there. Pretty cool. Included accessories, bag. Yes, a 1.5 meter optical cable there. So if the TV doesn't have ARC, we can use the optical cable. Not sure whether the ARC works on my old Samsung, but if it doesn't, I can use the optical cable for sound. Remote control. Get a close-up of that if we can. Close-up of the remote control. Power on and off at the top. Mute button. Info button there. Mode there, we can cycle through the different sound modes. Display button, we can cycle through different display brightnesses or turn it off altogether. Skip backwards and forwards through tracks if you're using Bluetooth from a phone or playing pause. Volume up and down. RGB light mode, so that RGB strip on the front of it with the brightness down and up there. Decrease and increase the subwoofer volume, so we can add or decrease bass from that subwoofer. So we've got the different speaker output modes, headphone button, SXFI button. You can use XFI headphones connected to it as well. TV input button, USB auxiliary, so that's the 3.5mm auxiliary. Optical, Bluetooth, previous button to go to the previous source, and we've got customizable buttons there, C1 to C6. So you can go on the Creative app and program those buttons up to the bar. Also, you can download that XFFI app. USB to USB-C. Figure 8 mains lead with a European plug. For me, straight figure 8 mains lead with a UK plug. Ooh. And a figure 8 mains lead. I'm guessing, is that American? Or is that one American? Not sure, but neither are appropriate for me. So it gives you them for different countries or continents. Also, we've got wall mount brackets in here, 2 wall mount brackets, so it is wall mountable. I've done a video, I'll pop the link up there, how to wall mount a soundbar. I did it with a Samsung one, but it's the same for this anyway, same principle for most brands. So these will be fixed to the wall, like a little shelf, through the keyhole slot. So on this, just 2 normal screws screwed into the wall. Pop them out a bit and then you can hook through those keyholes onto there. The soundbar will plop on top of it. And then we just screw underneath to secure the soundbar with the supplied screws. Only other thing, we've got the AC adapter, so figure 8 mains into the AC adapter, and the DC plug there into the soundbar. Close up at the front of the soundbar there. You can see we've got the display at the front, also a headphone out socket, so we can bypass the soundbar, I guess, and take the sound direct to our headphones. Speaker grill there, so quite a few speakers packed in there, and at the sides as well, so we can see speakers at the sides. And looking at the top, we've got manual controls there, so on and off, volume, source, mode, SFXI, which we've got this RGB light strip underneath. So RGB LED lights, so give you a bit of ambience or effect for whatever you're doing. Upward firing speakers on the top to create the sort of Atmos effect. If we get onto the connections at the back, we can see there we've got HDMI out, so that's your audio return channel, so you'll have a socket marked ARC on your TV, HDMI lead into there, that should do the sound and the control. So once you've set the soundbar up, the TV remote will control the volume and off on this. SFXI out, USB audio in, so you can connect your phone there or whatever other device to give it USB audio in, or laptops or computers, so probably more your PC if you're using it as a sound output from your PC. You can use that USB to USB-C lead to connect your PC there for audio. Auxiliary in, so 3.5mm in if we're using headphone lead, which I could actually use on my TV as well. Optical in from your TV if you don't have that ARC port. Subwoofer, so connect the subwoofer lead there for the sub. We've got 24 volt 3 amp for the power pack input there. So that's looking at it underneath. We can see we've got these rubberish sort of pads there to stop it slipping around or marking your surface, whatever you put it on. And again, it looks like we remove the screws there to put our brackets on, and then it's supplied with longer screws to go into those holes. Closely looking at the subwoofer, it's got approximately about 6-inch woofer there. Turning around, we've got the bass port at the front and Sound Blaster logo. And underneath, like we saw a moment ago, those rubber padded feet. And also that phono connection there. So it is passive, it's powered by the actual bar itself. Connect that phono port to the soundbar. Well, it's up here onto the dimensions. It stands at just over 36.5 centimeters, just under 14.5 inches tall, just under 14.5 inches, bang on 36 centimeters, and the width 15 centimeters or just under 6 inches wide. Dimensions of the bar, 60 centimeters wide or just over 23.5 inches. It's got that sort of tilt there, so height to the highest point of the bar, about 6 centimeters and maybe 2 3/8 of an inch. I'd say the depth just under 9 centimeters or 3.5 inches. Now I'm going to connect the wiring up. My TV is a bit odd, but most TVs, this HDMI should be connected to your ARC port on your TV. For me, because my TV is so old, I have to use the optical and HDMI for sound feed. So mine will run off the optical and use HDMI for control. That's the DC power pack, so mains into the DC power pack and into there. And that's the subwoofer behind it, subwoofer lead into the sub out port. Obviously, if we were doing a PC as well, we could put our PC audio into there. Now I'm going to turn it on and we'll try a few tests, normal speech, music and a bit of gaming. Okay, onto the news first. I'm just going to turn the sound up and test out the audio.
Away from these, there'll be sunny spells. That area of thicker cloud with perhaps still some drizzle in northern England will move into parts of Wales and the Midlands. For much of Scotland and Northern Ireland, it'll be a dry day tomorrow with sunny spells, though in northern Scotland there'll still be the odd passing shower moving through, and again, temperatures pretty similar across the board. Not as cold on Saturday night. On Sunday, we've got an area of low pressure just passing to the north of Scotland, and that will turn things windier, especially in Scotland. In fact, for the Northern Isles, could see some gusts in excess of 60 miles an hour. And another spell of rain working south across Scotland and Northern Ireland on Sunday. For much of England and Wales, albeit with a good deal of cloud and a breezier day, it'll stay mainly dry, and it's a bit milder on Sunday as well. Into next week, it's northern areas of the UK most likely to see some wet and at times windy weather. That's quite stormy across parts of Scotland on Tuesday, so we'll keep you updated on that. Much of England and Wales will see the drier conditions, though not completely dry. And of course, keep up to date with the forecast where you are through the BBC Weather app.
Thank you very much. And that is all from the BBC News at Once. So it's goodbye from me, and on BBC One now, we'll join the BBC's news teams where you are. Do have a very good afternoon.
Next thing I'm going to try is a bit of music. Credit to Ben Sound at bensound.com for the royalty-free music. Also, I'm just going to switch to that RGB light because it is getting a bit annoying, so I can cycle through the different modes. I'll probably go with just the blue glow. You can also do the brightness of that up and down. Maybe somewhere there. White. I think that one reacts to the sound in the background. On to orange. I think that one reacts to the sound, so if I start playing the music. Somewhat reacts there, or you can actually just turn that light off. So I'll leave it off for the rest of the demo. And obviously I just point out, you can see it says optical on my display, so all the HDMI mine's doing is control because it's a, I don't know, 11-year-old TV, 12-year-old TV. Modern TV, you'll be on TV input there. Just going to play again. Also, we've got different music modes, so gaming, effects, movies, or music. Okay, credit to Ubisoft for this demo. It's Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Just going to try it for a bit of sort of gaming stroke movie content. so credit to Ubisoft again for that one. Okay, now onto my PS5.
I'm right here! Se me sauverá!
So I would say all in all, it's a nice compact little soundbar. I think on Amazon, I'll pop a link below, but they're below 300 quid. So for the money, pretty decent. If you like that RGB light as well, nice little effect. I'd probably have it on the blue if anything, so it's a bit more mellow. Again, you can tone that down, but sounds nice and decent and sharp. You can turn the subwoofer up and down as well, because it is quite bassy, so I'd probably drop that down a bit, especially if it's night time and people are in bed and I'm on my PlayStation or something like that. So for the money, very good, nice all-round piece of kit, nice and compact as well. Would be nice for a wireless sub, but I suppose you can avoid wireless problems with it being wired to it, and if it's in close proximity it's irrelevant really. But decent all in all, nice clear all-round sound, punchy, good deep bass, good full all-round sound, and that is it for now.